What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory Guild Scrimmage video. And this one's actually I've had it for a while, but I thought it'd be appropriate because I just did the Taka thing, did a CP video, and now this will be a weapon power video. But you see Weapon Z, myself, and Braden taking on Zach, Machidius, and Not My Lover, Not My Lover in a Guild Scrim some time ago. Not sure when it was. And a little bit of a troll composition from the other team with the Phinn, Ardan, and I think it was Ringo combo. So me and Weapon Z going into the jungle, Braden going into the lane with Celeste, and just starting normal stuff here, grabbing those fronts and working our way back. This video, again, guys, it's a pretty short one, but honestly, I just got back from Houston, so just trying to get what I have for content-wise to get till I get back on track this week for y'all. But I hope you guys can enjoy it still. Taka is still, it's so strange because he can be played so many ways, and he can still be so good, but man, sometimes he can just get shut down. In this video, again with the compositions, I think just the team comp, they had not much of a chance because we had so much damage and they had very, very little. But my plan was, when I saw what we were going against, was simply to get my tension bow early on and then just go really heavy on defense. I wanted to make sure I could outlast the fights and not just be super squishy. Because if you go against a double, this was like a little thing for a while. I don't see it as much anymore. Maybe because there's it's kind of easy to counter. But when you have that double sort of tanky jungle, I mean, they can just outlast you. You run out of power, you run out of stuff, and you ain't taking them down yet. You can be in trouble. So right there, the scout mine puts quite a bit of damage on me, so I fall back. You see there, that's one of their game plans here. It's just to really load up on scout mines and let that help do the damage. They have to fall back as Celeste rotates down, and we just sort of get back to, actually, I thought we was going to get back to farming, but they wanted to come over and actually pursue the fight. Ringo does rotate down, but probably too little too late. You see Celeste still dropping bombs there. They do have to fall back into their bush. We didn't want to chase them there. I didn't want to anyways. I was too low. And I think low on power as well. So go ahead and go shopping, working towards that tension bow, and just, trying to grab some potions there to get healed up as I need to. But these, obviously, that heal minion will help me out there as well. So getting to the backs, take those out. Celeste back up in the lane doing her thing. Or I guess his thing, but whatever. Hitting level 4, so feeling pretty good there. Starting to get leveled up. Right here, they are constantly, the one thing I'm surprised about in this match is that for that comp to work, you sort of need to, they don't want to fight early because they are, as support, 2 support roles basically, they're pretty easy to kill. They don't have those abilities yet. They don't have their build to be really tanky, really strong. So I'm surprised how aggressive they were early on. They should have waited, let themselves build up, and then try to, again, just outlast us in fights. My opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the way you play that comp. I've never really done it. But that was what would make sense to me. So right here, grabbing a little bit of armor. Still don't have that tension bow just yet, but getting really close. Right there, they come back again. We just sort of run away. Go back to our farm. We did grab their fronts there, so that was good. You see Celeste up in the lane. Actually, I think probably got a little bit of damage on that turret. And Ringo doing his best to defend. Right here, we get back down. I want to go shopping again. Just trying to look at their builds and see what I need to do, how to react to it. And also right there, we're saving up for that last few gold to get that tension bow. Got it taken care of. And for most of the match, that is the extent of my offense. So I didn't think I really needed a whole lot more. Again, just sort of out damaging them just naturally with our team composition. Waiting for our jungle to spawn, get it taken care of, and then I think we get into another fight here in just a moment as weapon power is working. I'm not sure what weapon power is working towards on this one. We'll see at the end, but playing a good Catherine for me. So go back to the store. Those quick store buys like that, it can make a difference. If you get a buy-in real quick before a fight and they haven't got that buy-in, it really can make a difference. You see right there, a lot of damage. Ringo putting a lot of damage on me. I have to fall back. But Braden finally pulls himself away from the store and wants to join us in the fight as they sort of run around, gets the easy kill there. So Ringo, I sort of wait, just heal up a little bit, get my power up a little bit, and then try to get in there. Oh, okay, just too deep, too far, but do some damage to him, and then Celeste comes in and grabs that kill. They fall back. I think that's the end of that. She goes back to the lane, and I grab that blazing salvo. I said that was the end of my damage, but I guess I did grab the blazing salvo. I think from here I'll start working towards a fountain, if I'm not mistaken. Meet up with Weapon Z, get the back started, take care of those, and just move back to the middle. You see Celeste is already down there and engaged with Ardan and Phinn, but I come in, put some pretty big damage onto Ardan. They have to immediately turn around as me and Weapon Z show up, but it's going to be too little too late. Arden's going down. Phinn is going to, I believe, be able to escape here. Ringo comes over, starts to put some damage down, and I am out of power. So we are in a bad spot. Celeste looks like she's low on power too, so we pretty much have to run away here. I do go down to check their backs because of Ardan being dead, and just thought I might sneak away. So I come down here. I don't think they even spawn while I'm here. I just sort of rotate back around. The fight is still sort of carrying on a little bit with Phinn. Right here, Ringo does come down and, gets a little bit of damage taken on him. That nice quibble right there. I think it hits all three of us with that. But I do come in and get the kill on Phinn. And then the nice stun on Ringo there. Get the kill on him as well. So nice stun there by Weapon Z on Catherine before Ringo was able to escape into the lane, into the safety of the turret. Then their backs and all that pop, and we do go ahead and claim that and come up and grab that gold mine. It is candied, but with no one there to help, that means very, very little. Man, I thought, I thought I went more defense in this match, and I did. I started working towards that fountain, and also grabbed that tier 2 armor just to defend the best I can against that Ringo. He's the only real threat as far as damage, so that's what I'm worried about. Grabbed the backs by myself for the most part. I think Weapon Z decided to go ahead and take that minion mine, and then we just work our way up into the lane. You see a little bit of a skirmish there between Celeste and Ringo, and we want to try to get in here and get that gank. He comes out a little bit far. Nice stun there, and boom, gets the kill. Excellent job using that stun on Ringo. He was in the safety of his turret, but at this point, it just didn't matter. Had enough damage to burst him down. Right there, that wave gets cleared really nicely by Braden. We come up and decide to go ahead and take this turret. So right here, it is about to go down before Phinn comes up, and we sort of have to reposition, but too little too late. Get the kill, and look at the damage on Phinn right there. Braden already getting that build up and putting out some pretty hefty damage to take Phinn down that quickly. Just go back down into their jungle. I think they already got their backs before they came up there, but decided to go ahead and grab their minion mine. It's worth a lot of gold at this point. 100 gold there pretty much. Come back to the store, and from here, I do grab my tier 2 boots, and I think I'm really I don't know if I don't have some space for that shield for the fountain or not here. Let me look at what we're doing. Yeah, that's what it is. I just don't have space to buy the shield for the fountain, so I actually have to save up. I think it's 1,500 gold for that. So quite expensive, but you can get it done. Come over, we catch them. At this point, we can pretty much bully them. Even just looking at the levels, I'm level 10, Braden's 11. The Phinn and Ardan there, I think we're like 7 or 8. I missed it right there, but I go ahead and start taking out that minion mine, grab it back. They're sort of fighting right there down in front of that bush, letting them come in right there. Put the ultimate onto Ardan. Quite a bit of damage on him. Look at that poke from Braden. They're getting so low. Ringo is he cannot leave that back line. He's got to stay behind his tanks. Just not able to get much damage on us, honestly. So we just grab their farm and move out. We sort of set up for an ambush here, just waiting on them to come up. And I think they do not on this one. They play it safe, which is smart. And I guess I grab the Atlas, which I'm not sure why. I don't think I can land the Atlas on Ringo very reliably. Probably would have been better off with a jacket there, but no big deal. I mean, I did get it, and it is some extra damage. If I do land it on him, it will help. But right here, again, just waiting on an ambush, trying to set up, but they're sort of turtling up, playing really conservatively, which is smart. They can't really come out and fight us. They're going to have to try to catch one of us out of position. But right here, we wait. They do drop the flare there, so they can see me. So it's just time to go ahead and fight. Phinn, that was sort of a wasted quibble there, I think. Or not quibble, but pull. Nice gauntlet there by Ardan, locks me out, but I get the kill. Actually, I think Catherine got the kill on that from Ringo, but I basically took him out. I think her ultimate finished him off. And then once he's dead, there's really not a lot they can do. They're going to chase me, but they're not going to catch me. And I'm not even that really much in danger at this point. So just sort of running, making them waste a little time. And then as they catch up, just come back in, drop that ultimate on Ardan, quite a bit of damage, make them go invisible, make them switch targets. That's the whole thing with Taka. It's just making them put damage on you, not dying, and then making them switch targets. So they've sort of wasted their abilities, and they're fighting a fresh, team comp, more or less. Right there, another ultimate on Ardan, get the kill. Phinn has to run away, and we just sort of, I think, take their farm as a penalty and go back to doing our thing. I think I've got 1,200 gold. Yeah, getting close to being able to buy that fountain that I've been saving up for. Grab their backs, and that's pretty much going to be enough to get it done. We've already got 2 of their 5 turrets taken care of. So a lot of objectives taken. We've pretty much controlled the gold mine the entire match. Grab that and then go ahead and grab a little more damage. I think we're pretty much preparing for towards the end of the match here. We got such a big lead. Anytime we catch them like that, they pretty much go down. They just have to completely run away. They can't really stand for a fight. Right there, we chase down Ringo, get the kill on him. You see Ardan running away, trying to get away. Got a couple stuns on him, and then right here, I think Celeste finishes him off with the ultimate. Yep. Oh, no, actually, it doesn't get it. I get the kill on that one, but nice ultimate there. Phinn solo has to retreat. Well, we got to get out from under that turret. It is starting to really put out some damage. Phinn should have went back to the house and just abandoned that one, which he finally ends up doing. We get the turret and just fall back into the jungle. Take their backs again. You know, they're not getting hardly any gold at this point. It's just going from bad to worse, just snowballed. But, you know, again, with that sort of troll double tank comp, that can happen if you don't sort of get ahead. Playing from behind with that is pretty tough because they just don't have a lot of damage for us. Especially when we can just focus out Ringo, take him out, and be done with it. So grab the heavy steel. I think with the Kraken here, we know this is probably the final fight. Just go up into the lane and going to clear that as we go. Nice stun there onto Ringo. Put a lot of damage onto him. He has to run in. Oh, just that ultimate. Just hits him right in the back. Nice vanguard there from Ardan to help him save his life, actually. Not the best gauntlet ever. Held us back a few moments, but no big deal. They were actually waiting on the Kraken anyways at this point. Ringo's in there getting healed up in his base. And they're trying to clear that wave out of the way so that hopefully a turret will target us. But we're just waiting on that big tank to get out front. Once he starts doing the damage, we do a few shots on them. But you see Celeste already going down there, focusing on that turret, taking those out while we sort of keep them busy. Put a few shots on the Ringo. He has to fall back again. One turret down. Nice stun there from Catherine. And as we're keeping them busy, they are completely lost track of Celeste, who is just down there taking out turrets. And then right here, as that turret goes down, she is back there taking out the Vain with the Kraken. They're all up here, attending to us when they ought to be down there working on that Kraken or taking out Celeste. But too little, too late. You see Ardan does come down, but the Vain goes down, and that is the win for us. You know, just a fun match. We don't take these things too seriously. They do get a little competitive, but on a match like that, they're just, that's a troll composition. But I thought I'd show a little bit of weapon power Taka again because I did the video, so it seemed appropriate. Looking at the builds, you see there, I did go with tension bow, and then for the most part went defense until the end. I think I was building towards a breaking point maybe there. I can't remember what I was building towards at the end. And Catherine, straight defense. Celeste, going with the Frostburn, the Eve, and I think probably working towards the Shatter Glass there at the end. Putting out a lot of damage towards the end for sure. Looking at Machitas, he went with sort of a pretty common, I think he was going breaking point. Yeah, he was going breaking point there. Just didn't get it done. They got so far behind. He had the Shiver Steel to slow me down, which was smart. Had the Fountain, and if he got that breaking point, probably could have turned some fights, just didn't get it done in time. Zach on Ringo with the Sorrow Blade, didn't get much else, a little bit of defense. But that was pretty much that. And then Phinn trying to go with a Crystal Power build. Again, we just starved him out. Look at the CS there. You'll see only 10 for Phinn, which he was the support role. But 98 to Brandon's. Actually, that's pretty close there. Ringo did a good job staying up on CS. 98 to Braden's 108. But looking at our 76 to 68, actually not that far off. I'm surprised there. We just must have got a lot of kills having that gold mine the whole time. And taking those turrets, obviously, that's a ton of gold. Yeah, so that made the difference. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake, doing my best to help you guys suck less.